Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows. So today is Saturday and it's the second week that we've self-isolated. I don't know what the rules are in other parts of the country, but here in Maine, we are not in a shelter in place or anything. We are supposed to social distance and avoid contact with the public. Only essential people at work, all of that stuff. So our life is fairly similar in the fact that we are used to having the children home and homeschooling. And we are used to having Mark home because of his dystonia, which he's been out of work for 2.5 years now. So we are used to all of those things. But it's still very different because we are not used to being home all the time. We go out to the library, we go out to the grocery store, we go out to Walmart. Some of our favorite people work at Walmart and we go visit them regularly. We go out to the park, we have play days here at the house, we spend time with grandma, which isn't happening right now in the usual way. So just lots of changes even for our family, but we're used to having people home. So I know things look very different in everybody's home right now, but the one thing I wanted to talk about today is trying to refocus on what our priorities should be for the day, even in the midst of all of this. I know it is very easy to get held up on other things that we put as a priority, and then we see actual everyday circumstances that we have to deal with as a nuisance. So I think just rewording, rethinking in our minds what those priorities are. So our house has been a little crazy over the last couple days because Mark has not been feeling well with his neurological stuff going on, which just makes things harder with, there's a lot of more stuff that I have to do or the girls have to do when he can't help with things. Also, Josiah is having a growth spurt right now, so his seizures are worse. So we've just got extra stuff going on, and it can be really discouraging when I get to the end of the day and I think that I didn't get this, and this done. But if I start my day and I realize that my priorities need to change, so like right now, Uriah is potty training, and he's doing really, really well. But if I freak out at him every time he tells me he needs to go potty, if I get huffy and puffy because I have to stop at what I'm in the middle of doing to take him to the bathroom, one, it causes a bad relationship between me and him, and he is more timid to ask for help going to the potty, which he still needs because he's 2 years old. And I'm discouraging him from the actual potty training, which is what I want him to do. But it also puts me in a bad mood for the next thing that happens, whether it's a child disobeying, whether it's a spilled drink, whether it's a phone call in the middle of something I don't want. One thing can lead to another and set me up for discouragement. So looking at my priorities as Uriah needs to potty train, that means that I need to be ready at any moment to stop and take him potty. Like right now, if he knocks on that door, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go deal with that because I know that that's going to set him up for success when I'm ready and willing and doing it with a smile on my face. Making sure that I am taking care of Josiah in the way that he needs with his extra seizures and the extra brain stuff that's going on. We're working on some medication stuff right now. And so he needs a lot more time for knowing how to move from one activity to another, giving him, you have 5 more minutes to do this before we switch. The baby's making noise on the bed. Making sure that I'm there to deal with him if he's having a medical issue, one of his seizures. He doesn't have ones where he gets hurt, but he may need someone to help him sit down on the ground, things like that. Making sure that I'm training and nurturing the kids in the way that I need to. Look at your day and see what child needs what things. I have one child right now that we're working on diligence. And so even if I'm not able to give that child a specific activity to work on that diligence, just making sure that I'm making them be diligent during the day. Did you finish that thing that I sent you to do? Even if it's something as simple as laundry or trash. Making sure that you're making a good relationship with the kids. Maybe you have a child who you're having some trust issues with, and making sure that not everything is being a discipline, a correction, like, I don't think that you did this thing right, or whatever it is. are you actually spending time? I've heard the term tying heartstrings or filling their cup. Are you spending time making sure that they're getting positive interaction with you rather than just always the negative interaction? So planning at the start of the day, what can I do as a positive relationship builder with that child? You'll notice that on these things that I've listed, these are things to work for myself to work on in my family. I didn't list getting good meals on the table. I didn't list getting laundry done. I didn't list mopping the floors or making sure that 20 pages of schoolwork got done. Not that those things can't happen, but if I focus on those things and at the end of the day I say, I didn't get the floors washed. We had cereal for dinner because that's what I had time for it. You know, when it came dinner time, oh, I only did 1 load of laundry today and I was hoping to get 4 done. Whatever those things are, if you look at the end of the day and you say, I didn't get those done, but Uriah had a successful day of potty training. That child worked diligently to get those chores done. Josiah had the comfort he needed in that situation. I can look at today as a success. If I focus on those other things, this housekeeping, those schoolwork things, I can go to bed at the end of the day feeling like a failure. But God has called us to train our children throughout the day. God has called us to teach them the word of God throughout the day. And God has taught us to show them the love of Christ every day. And cereal fills a belly. The floor can wait till tomorrow. You know, the laundry, as long as people have something clean to put on, it doesn't all have to get done in one day. So really just refocusing on what those priorities are. I hope this video is a blessing to you, and if it is, please pass it on to somebody else and subscribe to our channel, because I'm hoping to continue encouraging moms in how to think of their children as a blessing and the inconveniences that God puts in our way every day as an opportunity to show our children and our spouses the love of Christ. So thank you for joining Hurting Little Cows.